Now we're live. Little circle of waiting for it to actually click. Oh, I'll never understand it. It's fine. There's lots of things in life we don't understand. And we just keep moving on. Isn't that swell? Welcome, boys and girls, to my channel. And did you know what? It's my birthday month. Yes, it is. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Mental Musings. How are you? Zebud, hello. Hi. That's you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here as always. Greatly appreciated. Looking forward to Tuesday. I still have no idea what we're going to do. But your samples will be ready, as will your punishment. I mean, your gin and tonic, or G&T. You'll love it. I swear you will. You'll never guess what I did today. I was at a special tasting event at Irene Tan's store. If you were lucky, you may have seen the vertical live stream I did for the tasting event, so you could actually see what happens at Irene Tan's store when there is a tasting. It's a little weird to get that situated and going, but it worked just fine. It was about 30-ish minutes, something like that. Now, if you're wondering, did I just inhale a double smash burger with cheese? Yes. Was that a good idea? No. Well, you watched the replay. Oh, good. Watch the replay. I almost said you watched the replay. Good. I had to play cameraman. It was stressful. Not really. It was more stressful out there. Like people who were not what I wanted to be in the camera, and we're in the view. We're in frame. Nah, but that's just the way it is. You know Irene's store. It's it's big, but there was a lot of people. There were at least 30 to 40 people there, and it was. I'm just glad I was able to get a spot to, put in my phone so I could record the whole thing. And now it's up, and it's public, so anyone can watch it. There wasn't a lot of chatting, thankfully, because I couldn't really respond. Me responding to chat while they were talking and doing their thing would have been a little, I don't want to say disrespectful, but it would not have been very nice. So I kept quiet the entire time. I don't even think I said anything at the start. I just was like, they're starting, go live. I also have myself my lovely Vegas beer koozie, and this is a Blue Moon non-alcoholic, which I got at Irene Tan's store, which I'll be enjoying this evening. I hope you have something you like to drink. I do. I haven't had one of these in a while, so I knew getting one from Irene Tan's store was a good idea. John McKellen, hello. That's you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here as always. Greatly appreciated. Now, I haven't looked at the bottle, really. This is the thing I decided on. I got back home around 5 p.m. I went up there around 10:30. So I got there about 11:45. The event went from 12 to about 3-ish. I think I left just before 4 o'clock and got back around 5:10 something-ish. Busy day. Not enough time for me to really think about the live stream other than, should I do one? It's like, yes, you should. I don't care if you did one. You need another one. Damn you. Just that's how things happen in my mind. And it came to be that this bottle was donated to the channel by Cliff Smith. Cliff, I know you're not here. You're busy traveling by now, I imagine. Thank you for donating this bottle to the channel. It was not cheap. I don't remember how much it was, but I know the number was staggering. So very fortunate to get it. Here it is. Look at the pretty label. I hope you saw the thumbnail because I just took a picture of the bottle. But it also says IT at the top, Irene Tan Spirits Co. What? What is that? How odd. This is American Single Malt Whiskey, Cigar Malt. I have Ty's signature on the top. I have Irene's signature on the side. And I have a reminder to myself on the back that Cliff is the one who donated this bottle. Many signatures in one bottle. Emily Chambers, hello. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. And of course, it's a nice day for me since I got a little tasty taste of some whiskeys. Still not drinking alcohol in earnest, but it was nice to get to try a few things while I was there. Let's see. American single malt whiskey. God damn it. The lighting here is not ideal for reading this type of text, but I will do my best with my failing eyesight. Sugar Kitty, hello. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention. Meow here. It is meow. We appreciate it. And Donna Press Whiskey. I have a feeling 4-leaf just ended. when things start to go blah, blah, blah. Is it doing the thing? I've been curious about this thing that's been going on. The experience for chat. I think that's fun. I love that. I don't see anything, though. At least not right now. But I know you guys might see your chat experience going up. I don't know if it's doing it. So let me know if it is. I don't know if it is for me. Oh, God. Like, so, you know, brown and tan, not the best thing for me to try to read. I can see if my camera wants to behave. See if it'll help. No, my camera is finicky at best, and as you can see, it's hard to read. But I'll read it. Yes. No, yeah, yesterday. It was Donna Pass. It was today. She did her tasting with Ty Phelps, the owner. Hang it easy. Hold on. Wait a minute. There. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, greatly appreciated. Damn it. I want it. I want the stupid XP thing. I saw 4-leaf had it. I'm jealous. Ow. Okay, let's see if I can get through the back of this. This dynamic blend was conceived on a brilliant fall? I can't read it. I will say fall morning in Blanco, Texas. Yeah, it's fall. There's no capital F. It threw me off. We sat on a makeshift stage in the Rick House, sipping whiskey with friends. It's the kind of place that lends itself to big dreams. But when your friends are whiskey friends, dreams very quickly become a reality. It is true. I have a whiskey channel, for one thing. And I know exactly where they were sitting. If you haven't been to Andalusia and you haven't gone to Texas to see them, do it. Please. You'll want to go back, I promise. I love going there. There are only a few distilleries I go to for certain whenever I'm in Austin, and that's still Austin, Crowded Barrel, and Andalusia. Those are 3 absolute musts every time. So that's about as high praise as I can give. But become a reality. I present it to you, playing on it. The first ever cigar malt made from 100% American single malt. First ever. 4-leaf, hello. Welcome. I hope your stream went well. I hope you enjoyed all your whiskeys. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. And sending all these fools over here. Speak of the devil, Cliff Smith, you are here. Excellent. I just gave you the thank you for donating this to the channel, giving me the idea to do this stream. Because I couldn't think of anything else. It's like, I'm so tired after being in all that socialization. What am I going to do for the stream tonight? Oh yeah, I just got a bottle. So, let's see. 100% American single malt. Oh, you want to hear about it? I'm not drinking it, by the way. I hope that's clear. But it looks like there's tasting notes on the back. Here you go. You ready? Aroma and palate, bold and complex, dark fruit and tobacco from the brooding peated wine finish whiskey. Balanced perfectly with bright, sweet, and chewy fruit wood smoked barley. I don't know how to say all that. Sip it, contemplate it, pair it with a cigar, enjoy it in the company of friends. Playing on the IT? Why? It's Irene Tan. Yeah, I'm like, that's a bold statement. Are we sure that's true? Kathy, you, hello. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It always cheers me up when people are here to hang out and just talk about whatever. This time, of course, it's whiskey. Usually people are more interested because this is / a whiskey channel / me dealing with my life. Simplify it. So, Irene Tan Spirits Co. I like to see that. That's going to be new. And they did have cigars, by the way. They were at the tasting. I didn't show it. I think I showed it for like 60 seconds, but they did have some people who were selling cigars at her event so people could pair it with the cigar malt if they wanted to. I did not want to because I'm not opening this for quite a while. This is going to go on the shelf with my other Andalusia stuff, which is over there. Where is it? It's up there. You can't see it, but it's at the top shelf over there. That shelf on the top, on my left, your right, I think, is American malts or American bourbons, American whiskey. Many of them being malts, except for the Still 630 that is a blend of some sort. And a lot of them are malts. Let's be real. Almost all of them, honestly. So there you go. Delightful. Is that what it was? I only glanced at it. Like Cliff, you may know, I have absolutely zero interest in anything with tobacco. I do not hate cigar smells. I just don't like smoke clinging to me. And my grandfather died from lung cancer. So they're pretty hard to ignore and never use for me. Although I did dick around with little cherry tobacco, cherry cigar things like the tiny ones. I did that for a minute in high school because I was a rebel. Little black cigar things. What are they called? Why is Pat not moving? Hello. There we go. Did I sip and spit it all? I changed what I wanted to do. I do what I call a taste, literally, where I put a little bit on my tongue and it just devolves in my tongue. That's it, because spitting is obnoxious. like putting that much in my mouth just to go, and then spit it out again, I don't like it. And it's about the same effect. So the amount of alcohol that's getting into my system with me putting it all in my mouth and then spitting it is about the same as putting a little bit on my tongue and letting it kind of dissolve. I don't get the full experience, but I'm not going to, obviously, because I'm not drinking alcohol. It's just how it is. Cigarlios? I don't know what they're called, honestly. I just remember they were these little... They looked like cigarettes, except they were meant to be like cigars. They smelled like cherries, and they were black. That's it. You gotta find... I got them at 7-Eleven or something, so they were not hard to get. Krista Seton, hello. Wait, that's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here, as always. Greatly appreciated. Falcom, thank you all for being here. Please, we're talking about the cigar malt, but if you want to actually see the tasting, I did a vertical live stream of it earlier today. It is now public, so you can watch it after this stream or just some other time, where you can actually see Ty talk about it and Irene talk about it. And I'm talking about it now because I have one. It's mine. You can't have any. That's not true. I hope to open this up, do a video, and hopefully, the general idea also, please let me know what you're drinking this evening. I am, of course, having a non-alcoholic, Blue Moon. Whoa, it's been a minute. It feels weird. I had a burger earlier, so I have this, like, greasy residue that hit weird with that. Let me fix it. Let me just have a little more. Don't worry about the koozie. Don't think about it. So hopefully, oh God, I'm going to, at some point, do a raffle giveaway where I can give you a whole bunch of Andalusia samples. That is going to be one, I think, I'm almost certain I do not have 7 Andalusias, but I certainly have a good amount. Cliff, does Irene have Fireside anymore? Those all gone. I remember I mentioned it earlier today. I did get to interact with a few people. Some of them were people who moved up from down south. One was from Florida, I think, and one was from North Carolina, I think. They might be here, I don't know. But it was nice to talk to them because they live in Rhode Island now. And they are within walking distance of Working Man Distillers. Or Working Man Distillery. It will work. I got this at an Irene store because I tend to forget. I don't get in liquor stores, obviously, except for hers. And I remember that she had those, and I went, yes, give it to me. So that's one special little thing down. Is there something else? Did Brian get himself a birthday present? Did Steve S make it down there? I don't know. Steve? I think I know who you mean, but no. Tall Steve. Chris said absolutely. Noon wheat for me. Oh. It's Fireside Part 2. I don't know. It was mostly, there was a few Psalms. It was me. No, Steve was not there. It was me. It was Cliff. It was a gentleman whose name I can't remember, who's a new Whiskey Psalm, but I got to talk with him a little bit. Absolutely. Emily Chambers. Some of you remember Fifth Quarter Tailgate. He passed away not long ago, probably about a year now. I don't know. Time slips away so fast, but it's his birthday today. Or not today, Friday. So let's raise a toast to him in his memory. Boop! I apologize for my Vegas beer koozie, but I thought it was hilarious, so I bought it. Now there you got a show. Cheers, everyone. To those who have gone before us, who we may meet again someday. That sounds nice. I don't believe that, but... Yes, Matt. I'm so bad with names. I might be able to remember that. Yeah, R.P. Scott. Ooh. Peach cobbler. Yeah, I'll do one of these. I forget I have these. I forget I can do any of this. There you go. Bam. So those of you who are members can do that. Otherwise, you got to go with the tumbler glass, and that's it. Oh, yes, and I did get myself a birthday present. I shouldn't have. It was not cheap at all. So, you guys who've been here a while, do you remember when I had a Glen Scotia? I think it was was it some kind of weird number? It was an age statement, but it was like 15. That isn't that weird, but... Is there a Glen Scotia 15? My brain doesn't want to think. Point is, I really like Glen Scotia, and I drank that one years ago, and I haven't really thought to buy one ever since because, well, it's not exactly one I see on the shelf very often, unless you go to Irene Tan store, and then there are a few there. They also happen to be a special pick by her. It must have been the 15 then. Like, I had a Glen Scotia 15 and drank it all, and I was sad after it was gone. I could look it up, and I'd actually considered doing that to make myself feel incredibly embarrassed, is the idea of doing a live stream like this and then rewatching some of my old content so I can cringe so hard. I initially said to myself I was making videos so I could watch them again someday because part of me's terrified about my brain not remembering anymore. It's terrifying. So I could look back on those and be like, oh yes, who's that? You know. But I never really watched them again, but I also am the one who watches them the most. Like when I'm editing it together, I watch the video at least 5 times just to make sure it looks right. At least 3, honestly. 5 seems like a lot. So, Glen Scotia has been on my mind. I've looked at the bottle at Irene Tan's store more than once, at least 3 times. And it was a toss-up between this and the Angel's Envy single barrel she did, which I tasted it while I was there, and I do like it, but I have been ignoring my Scotch section a little bit, and I feel sad. Again, this entire area behind me, from this side to that side, are all bourbon, and behind me, all bourbon, right there. Whoa. While my Irish whiskey is here, just that one shelf. My Scotch, however, does creep a little bit. We have mostly unpeated stuff on this shelf, and then, well, mostly unpeated. There's some little tiny peat stuff. But on the top, we have things like Lafroig and Ardbeg. There's a Courage and Conviction over there, but that's just the empty tube. It's actually over there. And then there's at least 3 Lafroigs up there. And a Daft Mills because it's too tall. Oh, thank you, Zenbood, for finding that for me. I don't want to watch that. But if anyone else would like to have me be embarrassed. Troll, thank you. Emily Chambers. Lurking is always appreciated. Gets those numbers up. And since I'm not streaming video games on here really anymore, the watch time is what I'm worried about now. But we still have to worry about the subscribers. That's another like slow roll because it keeps going. We're at like 9:55 and we have been for a year. It keeps doing that. But people like videos. I know that's the problem. If I make more videos, I can do that. But my video content and short format stuff is more based on travel and facing my fears of going places and being around others. Like I did today. I kind of blanked out that there was a whiskey tasting this weekend at Irene's. So yesterday at some point I was like, oh God, I have to go out again. Because yesterday I also exercised for the first time in about a month. Probably more than that. So I'm a little achy today. Guarantee I'll feel worse tomorrow. I'm looking forward to get back into that in at least for a minute. For some of this month, because we have this week, I'm going to do it 2 more times. Next week, as a reminder, I'll be in Vermont. And then I'll have the week after that. August, I'm going to try to exercise as much as I can. And then September is so close, as is autumn. And that is the month I will not only be going cross country and hopefully surviving the whole experience, but I will also, at the very start of October, be going to the Bastards Ball. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right now, finances are... and my poor decision-making and birthday luxury stuff. Look what you've done. This was not cheap either. Granted, I know Cliff paid quite a bit for this one. And as soon as he did, I was like, oh, I can get myself another bottle. Awesome. Because I was really torn. I was thinking I was going to get the Cigar Malt, and that was supposed to be it. Because, but then Cliff was kind enough to get it for me. And of course, I was like, birthday month, I can get something else. Excellent. Because this was going to be my own birthday thing. So I got 2 presents. And this is the other one. Glen Scotia. Let's see what the bottle looks like. I haven't taken it out of here. Single cast, specially selected Whiskey Mentors QSO1, an Epitaph. Epitaph? Epiphany. I was like, Epitaph? An Epiphany. That'd be scary. First fill bourbon barrels, aged 9 years. It's got the cask number. The number of bottles is 227, which is not a lot. Distilled in 2014, bottled in 2023. I'll give you the tasting notes because they're right on here. No color added, non-chilled filtered, cask strength. What's the percentage? 54.5% ABV. Notes of honeyed orchard fruit flavors, ripe apricot and juicy pear, creamy vanilla oat, and malted barley sweetness before ending with hints of sugared almonds and gentle oak tannins. Holy shit, does that sound good? Like everything I just said was something I like. Goddamn. This is the music in the background, I'm sorry. Again, it's background music for a reason, but it's funny. What do we got on the back here? I think it's just like a regular write-up. I like how this is all on the front, though. Like, all the information I wanted to know is right here. On the back, we have Campbelltown is one of the officially recognized and protected whiskey regions of Scotland. Scotland? The small town on the Kintyre... Wow, that's definitely pronounced that wrong. Kintyre. I don't even know if they say K. Kintyre Peninsula on the west coast was once home to over 30 distilleries, and with a distillery on every corner, it was known as the Victorian whiskey capital of the world. Was it? Interesting. Only a few distilleries endured and survived to the present day, and Glen Scotia stands proudly among the last of many. Classic Campbelltown malt. It does sound good, doesn't it? And yeah, Christy said, second day for exercise is the worst. And I definitely lifted very cautiously while I was there. I haven't seen the bottle, so we're going to both have a surprise here. I imagine it looks like a Glen Scotia bottle. Ooh. Feels like one. I feel like I'm about to pull like a rabbit out of a hat. Oof. There we go. Beauty. Isn't that pretty? Kintyre Peninsula. And it has all the same information on the bottle too. That's nice. Does this come off? Hope not. I do not want that to come off. And it has tasting notes on the back. This is great. I have everything I need to know. My precious. Looking forward to this one quite a bit. Like I said, I've been waiting on this one. I've been thinking and mulling over getting it for at least 2 years since it came out in 2023. Mull of Kintyre. No. Kintyre? I got it. Nice. Kintyre Peninsula. You can't have any. No, you could someday. But as we all know, I'm on the hiatus from alcohol. The chat that I'm looking at is not going with the chat that is happening. That's frustrating. Because then it seems like it stopped. There we go. Gordon's near me has a Lachlan Pick's 15-year cognac finish and 14-year ex-bourbon, each $70. Seems like a steal. Zambu, do it. Do it.
Do it.
Excuse me. Exactly, Rob Smith. Hello. Welcome. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. It really is. By the way, I say that every time because it is. It's true. And yes, hard to go wrong with Glen Scotia. It's been so long, and it really hurts a little bit to be like, I got the bottle, yay! I'm just stuck knowing I have it, waiting for the day. Hopefully that will be soon. Again, the plan that I have in mind right now is until August 19th. 19th, there will be no alcohol consumption. And by that, I mean actually drinking it on purpose to drink it. Right now, all I've been doing is tasting. So, what is it, 19th? Where is it? Ah! My calendar's going weird. Sugar Kitty has the right idea. Yeah. Loch Lomond? Is that what that is? Yes, I need to have a 15 on my shelf again. I'm sad about it. I really am. It's stupid. Like, I haven't had one in a long time, but... Which one is it? Where is it? I put it in here. Hold on. Maybe it's coupled in with a bunch of other stuff. I swear it was August 19th. Or was it the 21st? It was 21st, sorry. Why did I think it was the 19th? Well, that's going to be a weird day. Oh, I have a dental cleaning that day. God damn it. I have so many problems with, like, plans getting in the way. I'm going to have to reschedule my therapist or something. Because I will have a dental cleaning at 11 a.m., which is also the time I'd see my therapist, which is not what I'm going to do. But that's next month. Blah, blah. Ah, yes. We have some unpleasant news, too. Loch Lomond, I thought so. It is sitting behind me. We have the wonderful, and more things to look forward to, everyone. That's what I'm thinking. We have 2 Loch Lomond picks here from Aquavite. Looking forward to those very much. And then I have, what else? And then there's the Daffodil. Why did I think I had more than 1 or 2 Loch Lomons? Maybe it's just I have 2. Which is a lot. Like having 2 Loch Lomons is a surprise. And I do, that's right. I have the 2 Loch Lomons there, and then where? I gotta look. It's gotta be hiding behind there. I'm not gonna look. But there's the actual Loch Lomond, I think 12 year? On my shelf somewhere. Ow. Hold on. Words. Music's so weird. That was easy. That was 30 minutes of me explaining things, which is good. It's also Sunday, so we have to go into what everyone else is doing this week. I have to record the podcast still. What are all of you doing this lovely week? And how is the weather? And what are you drinking? Make sure any of you who are coming in late, I want to know. I'm so thirsty. How have I not opened Roy's stuff yet? Not drinking alcohol is a big part of that. I will not be drinking anything until after the 21st of August, because that will make it a full-on year, 365 days of not drinking alcohol, which I actually recommend people do. It's a weird little thing now that I've gone through it, or have gone through most of it, but I think, I'm not sure what people would say, but I feel like it's an accomplishment of some sort to just cut off something you love that much. The whole channel based on whiskey, and I'm like, I guess I'm taking a break for 1 year at least. And I told most of you, at least, that my liver has been scanned recently, and it's the same, which is the last thing I heard about it, which sucks. But as I mentioned, I was doing about 30 years of alcohol misuse done to my liver because crippling depression and anxiety. So self-medicating and not caring. That was another thing. I knew I was drinking a fair amount and I did not care. It was like, well, the worst it can do is kill me, and I felt pretty bad, so that was fine. It's hot, drinking water, good. I had a lovely little strawberry lemonade thing earlier today. It was very nice. Cliff is going crazy. See, I thought you were getting ready for that already. Thank you, Cliff, for stopping in, and thank you for donating to the bottle. Host Whiskey Psalm 1, come home Thursday, then leave on Saturday for Vegas for a conference. Look, get a koozie. This is from Vegas. Get one. It's hilarious. It is a bit hard to tell if your drink is empty because it has a little added weight to it, weirdly enough. Sore back. The weather's getting to be hot, humid, more hot, more humid, and likely I'll be drinking Frankenstein's White Black. That's how I read that. Frank Cigar Weissenbier. Close? Weissenbier sounded pretty good. Right to send how. It was actually okay today, but it did feel a bit muggy and gross during the better part of the day. Like from, I guess from 12 to 5 is when it started to get kind of, being outside felt yuck. It is a bit top heavy. It has some added weight to it. But it's a nice souvenir. That's why I got it. It's a souvenir from Vegas. I've been there twice. This was long before I did any whiskey stuff. Francis Canner. Boh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I was lucky enough to get the, where are they? Ardmurken. So I have the 2 Ardmurken bottles, and I got to try those, which was lovely. And as a reminder, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. When I do a video again, for those of you who missed it, I will be doing this bottle first. Because one, this is a summer whiskey that is specifically meant to be drank on the rocks. It is also aged 7 years, coincidentally. As you can tell, the proof is pretty nice. That is 58.4%. And this is the Rock Hard, finished in Chardonnay barrels. Chardonnay. And I really enjoy Rock Hard. I also like saying Rock Hard. I really enjoy the Rock Hard that I got, the regular one before this one. And I was planning to do a video about this one when I got the news about my liver and had to stop drinking alcohol. So I want this to be the first one. Not exactly the stellar one people are looking for, but whatever. Oh, and a reminder, July is Disability Pride Month. I am also disabled, believe it or not. You'll never know by looking at me, but... Beer part, just take out the ing part, and you got it. So... Weissenbier? Beer? Beer? Weissenbier? No ER? Franz's part is pronounced Francis Canner. It's like Connor. Person's name Francis Connor. I got it. That helps. If I can't pronounce things, people are just like, it's Francis Connor. Oh, yes. That makes more sense. Silly. Wait. I was about to say I'm in my happy air-conditioned paradise, but I just realized I don't think I turned the AC on. Ooh. That's why I feel a little warm. Warmer than usual. Lismore 18, 43%, undisclosed. Glenfarclas. I found it clearance for $43. Nice. This bottle's gone down a bunch in 3 weeks. So cheap I bought 3 more. Yes. You need to collect. You need to make sure you have a stock these days, because you never know. I have a stock of Redbreast 12, so I have at least 3 bottles of just Redbreast 12. One of them is opened. Redbreast PX is what I really want to open. I can say words that I don't understand. Oh, the collection lie. I have been thinking about doing some kind of video about my whiskey collection, especially since I'm not doing anything with it other than looking at it occasionally. I will do some polls, too. I have a number of bottles now that I'm going to go into. And it is nice to start to say, I will do videos, because I felt so bad about having to stop just completely. But, you know, a good reason why. The videos, of course, will be monthly instead of weekly. Was that part of the problem? I don't know, but it was stressful. It is a one-person channel, so anything you see done here is done by me. All of it. So live streams, the social media, the thumbnails, the editing. Then I have to manage the memberships, sort of. That's just making sure members get some extra content like the podcast. Same with patrons. By the way, if you haven't become a patron or a channel member, please think about it. Consider it. It helps tremendously. I do understand that things are kind of nuts right now with finances, so. That's really nice. If you're doing non-alcoholic stuff and you like Blue Moon, get the Blue Moon non-alcoholic because it tastes like Blue Moon. It's lovely. I'm very pleased that I got some of these now that we're having these kind of, as you've been saying, kind of warm days. It was very pleasant outside, but I also was driving, and when I first drove up to Irene's store, it was fine. I had the windows down, cruising, yeah, listening to music, feeling okay for like a second. Then I realized people who drive in front of me are morons, and then it wasn't so fine. But the drive back, like as soon as I stepped out of the store into the warmth, it was like, oh, I could feel it like land. Walked out the door. What is this? Into my car. Took the windows down, drove around for a minute, just to start heading back, and then rolled up the windows and turned the AC on because it was stupid. I did not like it. I am a problem. I don't know about all of you, but my problem is that I like warmth to a point, and I like cold to a point, but it's very like specific chunk. So for me, specifically, in the summer and the spring, anything from like 60 to 70, maybe 75 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm good with. I can just like walk outside and be outside and that'd be fine. But once you get past that with the heat, I'm just absolutely not. Even today, getting out of my car to come inside, I feel the radiation. I don't know if people feel it or not, but I feel the stuff like hitting me, and it's very unpleasant. And I'm dumbfounded that other people are just like, yay, sunlight, when it's like that. It just hurts in the strangest way. It just hurts. So I avoid it. And especially with the winter months, I don't like it when it's stupid cold, but that's something you can just put more layers on if you want. And I've had the mindset of it's easier, in my head at least, it's easier to get warm from being cold than it is to get cooler from being hot. Because getting cooler when it's hot out is hard to do. Getting warmer when it's cold, you just put a blanket around you, put a coat on, put some shoes on, all that. Just don't be stuck outside, though. That's a whole other story. Bureau Double Tasty coming tomorrow. I'll bring a can for you to try. Yes, get it. That's the new one, right? Bureau. I have some Bureau showing up soon, too. It's going to be great. and have my non-alcoholic paradise again. Oh, what else is coming up? I have my usual week other than like the addition of exercise, which is something I'm oddly enough looking forward to. It has been far too long that I've been slacking and not exercising. What is this? I scheduled the transfer and now my bank is like, you did a thing. I know. Oh man, I can't believe next week I'm going to be camping again. A week from today will be Sunday, obviously. But it'll be the last day I will be in my apartment, and then I will be going into the woods from the 21st to the 25th. Ooh, yay. It's not even that far away. It's about 4.5 hours-ish. Is that the one you didn't like? Because you already put the word IPA on there and Athletic Brewing. We all know how I feel about both of those. They're not great. Oh, and as an aside, these are two things that happen every year that I kind of go, oh, about. One, Chris Cornell's a musician I enjoyed listening to, still like his stuff. Probably listen to it some now that I've thought about it. But it's his birthday. You know, he's gone now, but he's born in July 20th, 1964. So if you ever listen to Soundgarden, you know who that is. And then on the 19th, not the 19th, on the 14th, on the 21st, help. Guess what? Robin Williams' birthday, 1951, July 21st. So we got these two people who I enjoy their work and what they did for the world. Birthdays right next to each other, also in July. One of the best months to have a birthday, except for the fact that you couldn't have a birthday party with your school friends because you weren't in school, but I'm not worried about that anymore. Athletic New Zealand IPA. Okay, that one's a challenge. Yeah, I'm not interested. If you're kind of going like, blah, I will take your palate advice there. Yeah, that's something I mentioned to the two individuals I talked to today. There were a couple, and I somehow came along to talk about Biro, because I was like, non-alcoholic options, what I like. Biro. So good. I'm glad to get a few more of those before the summer ends. Because, I mean, yes, the summer's ending, I'm sorry. August is the end, and as soon as September starts for me, we are in autumn, even though nature and the world has decided that autumn doesn't start till like maybe October. Autumn is one of those fizzling times. I love autumn. I love to see the leaves change. I live in New England. It's one of the best things to see. And the temperatures get cool enough so you're just like a coat, walking around outside, loving it. But it seems like it's not enough. But I think last year was a pretty good autumn. I feel like it was. I don't know if it was, but it felt like it was. Oh, goodness. September 1st is meteorological autumn for sure. Also, I have to throw this out there before I forget, because I've looked at it at least twice and been like, oh, that's interesting. But here we go. There's one thing I'm not saying because it feels silly. But KillCo launched in 2019, and I officially said I started. The channel had been around for a while, but I wasn't officially doing it. So in 2019, I officially started doing KillCo Whiskey Musings at the time as something I was trying to do, something I was trying to, I don't want to call it a career path, but it's something I dedicated my time and effort to. It seems to have worked okay because it's still going. So that'll be the 6th year of this channel being what it is. And then also, something I also realized, and part of the reason I said September, it is going to be National Bourbon Heritage Month. It is also the month I will be going out of my mind and driving across the country. There's also a whole bunch of other good stuff. Some not so good stuff. I have to change an appointment on the 17th. I have an appointment and I have to reschedule it because that'll be the time I'm away. The hope is it's going to be just after Labor Day is when I'll start going. I will get there approximately around September 7th, hopefully. Maybe before that would be ideal. I don't know how much time I'll be spending at other places. This is all very hazy. But the idea is from September 1st to about September 20th-ish is when the whole entire thing will happen. So that's a good portion of September. I will then return around the 21st or the 22nd, and I'll be home for a week. And then, the beginning of October, I go to the Bastards Ball. Is that a lot for me to do? Probably. But unfortunately, the Bastards Ball just happens to be on October 4th. Oops. I just hope the whole thing was a great experience. If anything, it will be... I might leak into the last week where I should be home, so it's going to be a bit wonky. And there's still no definite about Bastards Ball. There's the hope that I'll be able to go, but money is tight, as it is for everyone. And affording the... It'll have to be a plane ride. That's the thing. That's the real, like, because I found a rate for hotels that might be okay. So I'd stay there for a week, and I'd be all right. Maybe less time. I don't know yet. But I need enough time to, like, recuperate from getting there, enjoy the time there, recuperate from getting there, enjoy the time there, brace myself for takeoff and heading back, and then I would need more time after that to kind of fizzle and settle. So that'll be at least 2 weeks just from that. So we'll see. And as I said, the problem is going to be plane tickets. Possibility of getting rooms is good. I have to talk it over with Mom and KillCo still. But we were looking at a pretty decent price for a week. So we'll see. And again, I don't know if I need to be there for a week. I usually am there for a week because I go from like midweek to midweek. Prices for planes are a little cheaper midweek. And because there's some weird rules in Texas, like distilleries and liquor stores and stuff are closed on Sundays. Some places aren't open after Monday. So like Tuesday they might be open. I have to look again, but some places I'd want to go may not be open. But we will see. I will hopefully have a drink at all of those places, at least one. It's going to be a little crazy. Drinking across the country, not so much. That is something I do not plan to do, other than twice. And that would be if I'm able to visit Four Leaf, and if I'm able to visit Whisky Mountains. I almost did like 4. Those are the 2 things that I hope to do on this trip, other than see my friend in Oregon and spend time there and hopefully make some content about just disconnecting from everything and just enjoying time with my friend. I don't know if she'll want to be on camera, though, so don't expect that. I don't expect she'll want to be on camera, but she has been before. She has her own stuff. I will link you the stuff if you want to like help support her, because she literally lives off not only just taking care of campsites, like camp hosting. So when you go to a campsite, that's the person you're dealing with. Uh-oh. What is this? Irene, did you take pictures when I wasn't looking? You did? How dare you? I just saw photographs of Irene taking a picture of the event. I believe. Yeah, I'm looking at my camera while recording. She did it while I was recording. I didn't notice. Damn it. It's fine. Let me get this situated. Don't play this. No, it. Let me do. All right, so there we go. This is the person. Cantita. I was talking about my dear friend who I'm going to see in Oregon. I want to help shed a little light on her stuff. She has one that is about one Instagram that's about her dogs. I think that's called Sunny Brindlebutt, but that's her main account. She has links to her jewelry that she actually makes by hand, and then, like I said, her dogs, 2 of them, dogs and cats. So you see a bunch of pictures. If you like animals, you should probably watch her stuff and support her in whatever way you can, because it's rough out there, as you may know. I'm gonna have to like that picture. I'll look at it too. I can't look at it too close because it's Instagram and I'm not on my phone. I'm not distracted. You're distracted. All right, get rid of that. So if you want to see who I'm going to see, is what I'm saying, that's her. And I have known her for 20-something odd years. I have a rough idea of when we first met. So it was... Oops. approximately 2003, give or take. I feel like we met earlier than that, but I really don't know when we actually did. So yeah, it's been a minute, 20-something odd years, easily. Huh. And she's on TikTok too. That felt weird to say. TikTok too. Yep, that felt weird to say. Oh God, it's already been. No, we're almost done. It's the end of the stream. What the hell? Well, I hope you look forward to what's coming. As I said, next week, stay tuned. I will be posting more content because I will be doing crazy stuff galore while out in the woods. Hopefully, I will be able to pick up a few things from Amazon. There is a wish list for my birthday wish list and my camping wish list. Those are both down below if you want to look at them. I'm thinking of getting myself the hatchet because I had such a hard time with starting a fire last time, and I'll probably need it. So I'm going to be out in the woods for that many days. It wouldn't hurt to have a campfire. We'll see. Ouch. I already have my water thing. I have to figure out how to cart around food. Stay cold. That's a little tricky to do. What else? The whole food situation is going to be tricky too, since I'm trying to work up to a point where I have food that's just available. So we're talking mostly stuff I don't have to prepare, only because of the environment. I will be making some food while out there, but I'm really looking into ways that I can have some nutritional value without having to deal with too much prep or none at all, because that's camping, you know? When I think about that type of thing, there's a lot of, unfortunately, processed, like beef jerky and bread and cheese and just like the very basics that'll get you through a day. Oatmeal is one I can do for certain. Tuna fish in a can is something I can do. It's just I'd have to have mayonnaise because I'm going to make myself mayonnaise and tuna and sandwich thing. And blah, 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 blah. So many complicated things. And I'll be kind of weird about getting groceries this week, I have to say. It's going to be odd. It's going to be a very strange time. I've done camping twice now, and no real issues. The real only kind of thing is I'm spoiled. I really like going to eat out at restaurants. And of course, if I'm in the woods thinking, oh, I'm in the woods, part of me is also going to think, where are the restaurants nearby that you want to eat at? Why don't you just go check? It also used to do breweries. Bleh. But obviously I'm not doing that these days. Same with distilleries. MREs. Yeah, there's something like that. I know those are terrible for you. You should not eat lots of those, but I'm thinking about those kind of things where I can have a meal really quickly without too much trouble. Just because of the situation. Like thinking about camping and mostly thinking about the situation I will be in, which is when I'm going to see her and being that campsite and all that. There's nothing around. Like, it takes an hour to get to anything. And there's not much there, you know? So I am trying to think about ways to have food that lasts and that will be enough nutrition. And MREs are something I'm considering. I just am not looking forward to trying them. I hear they're not terrible these days, but, you know, that's probably something I should add to my wish list, actually. I haven't thought of that. My nutritionist will not like that. I'm really worried about fruits and fiber and vegetables, like getting that thing into your diet while you're out in the woods. Feels like I'd have to go scrounging for that kind of thing, just digging up potatoes from the ground if I can find them. Not a good thing. But I know there's also part of me that's just like lost it and was like, what if you go watch a lot of YouTube stuff about survivalism and they'll tell you what you can and cannot eat in the woods and which mushrooms you can eat and what grass you can eat. Like, I mean, it's not a bad thing to know, but really, I don't want to eat grass and mushrooms. That sounds horrifying. I do have a list of like mushrooms I should try to eat someday. I have had very little mushroom experience other than the ones they put on your pizza and the ones that are sometimes in salads. I know there's a variety out there. There's supposedly one that tastes like lobster. The only problem there is I don't really care much for lobster. I was not impressed. But I've only had it once, so I definitely have to try it again someday. To go fruit cups, maybe? There is a lot of sugar. Dried fruits, yes. Actually, one of the things I would do is I would have the instant oatmeal. I'd have to use water, of course, because Beyond the Woods. Water's available if I bring it with me. And I would make the oatmeal, and then I would put dried cranberries on it. Lots of dried cranberries. Oh, it's so good. I love me some dried cranberries. They make food taste really good. They are really good for oatmeal, so I do that. I've done that numerous times. Usually I would do blueberries or strawberries on top, but if there's no access to fresh fruit, obviously, those are definitely an alternative I have. There's another one, it's chocolate chips, but I haven't done that since I was a child, so I'm not going to do that now. I can think about it, though. And no one can stop me if I wanted to do it. Very important. I am strictly thinking in the mindset of, like, I don't like it, but, you know, bread, cheese, and dried meats. It'll get you through the day. Freeze-dried fruit, lower sugar? Maybe. Sugar, thankfully, isn't a huge thing for me. It's something I have to keep an eye on, but it's not detrimental. I do not need sugar all the time, but I do have cravings. That is why I have some candy over there, and I can have one piece once a day if I'm ever in need of sugar or sugar fix. I have a variety. I have some mints, some, what are they called? What are the little round mints? God damn it. Junior mints, I think they're called. They're over there. I have some Reese's peanut butter cup things from Easter, so they look like eggs. And then I have something called Reason, R-I-E-S-S-I-N, I think. Delicious dark chocolate with caramel in it. Holy moly, that's... Oh. I always recommend people get those because you have one and you can just savor it. Savor it. I love it. We'll see, though. If anyone has any suggestions, if anyone wants to show me something on Amazon at some point, please let me know. You can email me, KillCo@gmail.com, or just leave a comment under this stream. That works. If you ever have something to think about and want me to know something, just comment. I will see it. YouTube likes me to know, so it'll give me an alert. For now, though, I'm thinking about ice cream suddenly, but I don't have any ice cream. So that thought can go away. Stop that. I had ice cream just a couple days ago. I don't need more. But I think I'm in the mindset of it's the end of the day. I did manage to shove a burger down my throat before we started. So I did eat, but I have not eaten much today. Cliff knows. I had some protein pancakes this morning. I had some with blueberries. I had a bagel, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, actually, on an everything bagel, and I had a coffee. I had two coffees, which were each the size of 2 coffees, so it was 4 coffees, technically. What else? And then while I was at the event, I just kind of stopped. I was too anxious to eat, and I didn't think about it at all until I left. And that is when Oh, Bourbon was there, by the way. I got to see him. It's been a while. It was an interesting surprise. Like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? Apparently he was there from last night, so it was good to see him again in the flesh. And what else? Was I talking about food? I was talking about food. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be the next week or so. The next 2 weeks is going to be an interesting experience. I am both looking forward to and terrified of going to Vermont by myself and being in the woods. Hopefully I'll be able to figure stuff out. Again, the wish list are down below. If you want to do any birthday stuff for me, that'd be great. I would love to have the extra supplies, as always. Ugh. Cheers to the beginning of another week, everyone. I just want to put that to there. Pouch tuner is one I have. That's definitely a thing. What is your Twitch account we can watch and follow? That is... Where is that? Let me find it real quick. Yeah, if you did enjoy watching me play games, I am doing Twitch stuff just to make it, be where the people who want to watch video game playing is. Here we go. Oh my god, no, that's me talking. Stop it. Yeah, pouch tuna is definitely something I have, and I like the idea. I do have some canned tuna that doesn't require a can opener, so I can just pull that top off and be fine with it. That has a lot more protein. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. It was fun to go do some whiskey stuff again. Possibility of doing more whiskey stuff in the future, of course. Check me out on Twitch. Check out my Patreon. Check out memberships on the channel. So many ways to support me and help me out. Protein bars also an option, Omni Chambers. Looking forward to having some of those. The ones I like, they always seem to sell out. As always, everyone, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I, whoops, will see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.